experimental results of which theory? Energy distribution in black body radiation. Energy distribution in black body radiation. Energy distribution in black body radiation. Understand? Energy distribution in black body radiation. So from this experiment, what are the points we are observed? Okay, so we are observing which results. So right now I explain that results. Okay, first result I observed that the emission from the black body, the emission from a black body at any temperature, see, the emission from a black body at any temperature is composed of radiations, composed of radiation from all wavelengths, okay. So simply the meaning of the emission from black body, so already this black body absorbs some radiation of suitable wavelengths. Now once again I give a suitable, see here in this equation, once again this is a black body. If you are giving suitable wavelength of radiation to this black body, it is completely absorbing, okay. After, if you are giving sufficient temperature to this black body, then it starts emitting, okay. Now this emission of radiation of this black body, see, of a black body at any temperature is a composed of radiation of all wavelengths. So it is a composite radiation. Composite radiation means mixed radiation of all wavelengths. I observed that, okay. So second point is, at a given temperature, the energy is not uniformly distributed, okay. Uniformly distributed, as the temperature of the black body, as the temperature of the black body increases, the intensity of radiation for each wavelength, the intensity of radiation of each wavelength is increased. So once again read this point. At a given temperature, the energy is not uniformly distributed, okay. Uniformly distributed, as the temperature of black body increases, the intensity of radiation of each wavelength is also increased. So see, generally what the second point means, at a given temperature, so if you are already applying sufficient temperature to this black body, now this temperature is got nothing but a given temperature of this black body. So if this temperature, the black body emits some radiation energy, okay. So for at a given temperature, this temperature, already I give this temperature to this black body, okay. So at a given temperature, the black body is completely emitted radiation. Okay, so this is called emitted radiation. Okay, so this is called emitted radiation. Emitted radiation. So this emitted radiation energy is not uniformly distributed. Remember, the point is very important. See, actually, okay, I'll explain these things. Okay, so generally, if sufficient temperature is given to black body, what happened? This black body right now emitted radiated energy, emitted radiated energy. Understand? The black, if you given sufficient temperature is given to black body, then it emitted radiated energy, but this radiated energy is not uniformly distributed, is not uniformly distributed. Uniformly distributed means it is an equal distribution. Uniform distributed means equal distribution. Understand? So if sufficient temperature, this is called temperature. So this temperature is given to this black body, then immediately black body emitted some radiated energy, but it is not a fixed temperature actually. So that's why it not shows uniform distribution. Whenever the temperature is increasing, then radiated energy is also increases, because they have one relation, E lambda proportional to T power 4. So using that, E is directly proportional to T. Understand? If temperature is increasing, obviously energy also increases. So this is the concept. So if T is a black body, if a temperature T is given to this black body, and it immediately starts emitted radiated energy, but this energy is not uniformly distributed. Why? Because if you are increasing or decreasing your temperature, depends upon the increasing or decreasing of temperature, your energy distribution also increasing or decreasing. So that is represented by second point. Understand? At a given temperature, the energy is not uniformly distributed. As the temperature of the black body is increases, the intensity of radiation of each wavelength is also increasing. If the energy is increasing, then definitely, because I already tell you one another more relation, lambda T is equal to constant. Okay, so that means the product is also increasing. Then product is increasing means energy is increasing, means temperature is increasing, that definitely what will be happen, wavelength of emitted radiation also increases. The third point, I'll tell you right now. Third point, the total energy of radiation, the total energy of radiation, the total energy of radiation at any time, at any temperature, not time, temperature. The total energy of radiation at any temperature is given by the total energy of radiation at any temperature is given by the area between the curve, is given by the area between the curve corresponding to the temperature, and corresponding to the temperature and horizontal axis, corresponding to the temperature and horizontal axis. Okay, see here, the total energy of radiation at any temperature is given by the area between the curve. See, in previous case, so this is nothing but, this is represent area curve. Okay, this is called area curve. Okay, see, at the total energy of radiation at any temperature is given by the area between the curve corresponding temperature and horizontal axis. See, horizontal axis means here intensity only, wavelength only. In horizontally we are mentioned wavelength, and vertically we are mentioned energy intensity. So right now, according to the third point, actually what third point says, the total energy of radiated. So this is the energy intensity distribution curve actually. So this is emitted radiation energy. So this energy at any temperature. So at any temperatures means different temperatures, different wavelength will be appeared. Different energy intensity will be appeared. Understand? So this energy is represented by area curve. Okay. So area between corresponding curve. This is the corresponding curve and their horizontal axis. Horizontal axis ne corresponding curve ne adi represent chestundi antunnadu. Okay, and the fourth point, so please note everybody, I'll move to fourth point. See, and the fourth point is the amount of radiated energy, the amount of radiated, the amount of radiated energy, emitted, the amount of radiated energy emitted is small at shorter wavelengths. The emitted radiated energy, so the amount of radiated energy emitted at shorter wavelength and as well as longer wavelength. Okay, see, if this point means see this energy distribution curve. In this energy distribution curve, the amount of radiated energy emitted is small. See, this is very less energy emitted. This is compared to lower, it is better. Compared to this is better. Compared to this is better. So every time the shift, see, this is the maximum peak point, and this is the maximum peak point, and this is the maximum peak point, this is the maximum peak point, this is the maximum peak. So every time the shift is changing. Okay, so that is represents energy emitted is very small for lower wavelengths and compared to higher wavelengths. Okay, so lower wavelengths as well as higher wavelengths, as well as anekante, then simply write compared to longer wavelengths. So the emitted radiation energy emitted, so the amount of radiated energy emitted is small at shorter wavelengths as well as compared to, simply here, as compared to longer wavelengths. So higher wavelengths, almost in higher wavelengths means a high temperature actually here. So at a high temperature is increasing, the amount of radiated energy is increasing. So therefore at maximum temperature means maximum wavelength is there. The maximum wavelength emitted more radiated energy as compared to shorter wavelengths. Okay, so shorter wavelengths అనేవి less energy ని distribute చేస్తున్నాయి, longer wavelengths అనేవి more energy ని emit చేస్తున్నాయి. So that is one point we are observing. So next fifth point, what we are observing, fifth point, the spectral radiation E lambda, the spectral radiation E lambda. So this is called spectral radiation. The spectral radiation E lambda is maximum at a particular wavelength, at a particular wavelength. Okay, so that wavelength is lambda. Okay, particular wavelength. So this is called maximum wavelength, maximum energy distribution. See, actually in this graph I show that. See, this is the maximum. Actually, if you see the yellow color, so this is represent, generally this is represent, okay, so this is represents peak of the curve. So in this peak of the curve, you are observe the maximum radiated energy E lambda, okay, and the peak of that, so this is actually, it doesn't appear, I think. So this is the, actually this is the peak voltage, understand, this is the peak voltage, and see, this is the maximum wavelength. This is called maximum wavelength, lambda n. I already tell you, this is the maximum wavelength, this is the energy. So at maximum wavelength, at prescribed temperature is almost constant. So use this condition. Okay, according to this condition, now at maximum wavelength we will get maximum radiated energy. Okay, akkada unde particular wavelength దగ్గర మీకు ఎప్పుడు కూడా you will get maximum radiation, spectral radiation E lambda at a particular wavelength of lambda t. So similarly, the wavelength corresponding to the maximum energy, this wavelength corresponding to maximum energy, this is called corresponding maximum energy E lambda. So wavelength corresponding to maximum energy is wavelength corresponding to maximum energy. Okay, so that maximum energy represented by the peak of curve, shifted, this curve shifted towards shorter wavelength. So this shorter wavelength, this is the peak point, compared to this is the peak point, So therefore, see, from see, actually, please remember this sentence, the wavelength corresponding to the maximum energy, this is the wavelength, this is the maximum energy. So corresponding to this wavelength, this is the maximum energy, and this maximum energy represents by the peak of the curve. This curve is shifted towards shorter wavelengths. If you come to shorter wavelengths, this peak will be shifted. Okay, so first here represent here, and represent here, and represent here, and represent here. So this will be shifting curve. Okay, so that shifted wavelength, see, represent the peak of the curve and shifted towards shorter wavelength. This is the shorter wavelength compared to this. This is the shorter wavelength compared to this. Like, so this curve is shifted towards shorter wavelength. Okay, as the temperature increases, temperature will be increasing, then curve will be like shifting towards from right to left to right. Okay, so this shifting curve is called Wien's displacement. I already tell you this point in previous case. Once again, I remembered that this is called Wien's displacement. So I'll write that point here also. So please note that point. Okay, so I'll write that point here. So please note, everybody, it's note point. The wavelength corresponding to the maximum energy represented by represented by the peak of the curve, the peak of the curve. Understand? The wavelength corresponding to the maximum energy represented by peak of curve. Peak of curve is shifted towards shorter wavelength shorter wavelength as the temperature increases. Okay, so this displacement, otherwise this is the so they shifted towards the shorter wavelength as temperature increases. This, now see, you draw a line connected with these peak points of the curve. So it was like a displacement curve. Okay, so this is called displacement curve. So this is, if you connect the peak points of each curve, okay, then it shows one displacement line. That displacement line is called Wien's displacement. Okay, so wavelength as a temperature increases, this is called Wien's displacement curve. Okay, so that is represent, therefore lambda m into T is equal to constant. Okay, so this is very important formula. So up to this, actually these results we are observing from the previous experiment. Understand? Everybody? So next concept is Planck's radiation. Please note, everybody. So this is, I think, last topic of this lesson. After completing this lesson, your 5th unit is completed. Okay, and this is the last topic. And this topic is very, very big topic. It will take 3 days. Okay, the topic is the last topic of this lesson, but the topic contains 3 classes. The topic, this topic contains 3 classes. Okay, so you will take another 3 classes to complete this topic. Okay, so this is a very biggest derivation. Out of this derivation, we derive 5 formulas by using that derivation. 5 formulas we can derive by using that derivation. So this is very, very important. So that's why it is very big and lengthy one. So that is the reason why I am taking. So this is we are seeing the Planck's constant in next class. Okay.